How a divorce led to the rise of Michele Morrone'S success. Michele Morrone'S wife, Reba Sade, left him due to financial struggles, but fate had other plans. In 2014, when they married, Morrone was an unknown actor, while Sade was a successful brand designer. Initially, they were deeply in love and had 2 children, but as Morrone's career stalled, their bond weakened. Frustrated with his struggles, Sade chose to leave him for her secret lover. However, Morrone later achieved great success, proving that life can turn around with perseverance. It all started in Beirut, warm air smelling like jasmine as Michele walked through the streets. He had come to Lebanon seeking a brief escape, unaware that this trip would change his life forever. That evening, in a dimly lit cafe, he met Reba. She was unlike anyone he had ever encountered, confident, successful, radiant. A well-known brand designer, she was already making waves in the fashion industry, while he was just another struggling actor, waiting for his big break. They talked for hours, drawn to each other like gravity. Within a year, they were deeply in love. In 2014, they tied the knot, promising to build a future together. At first, love was enough. Michele was still unknown, struggling to make a mark, while Reba's career flourished. She attended elite fashion events, graced magazine covers, and mingled with high-profile clients. Meanwhile, Michele took up small gigs to make ends meet. That same year, they welcomed their first son. Becoming a father brought Michele immeasurable joy, but also immense pressure. He wanted to give his family the best life possible, yet success remained out of reach. By 2017, when they welcomed their second son, the cracks in their marriage had deepened. While Reba thrived in her career, Michele still struggled. The imbalance became impossible to ignore. Then, in 2018, his world fell apart. One evening, he came home to find Reba packing a suitcase. "I can't do this anymore, Michele," she said, her voice distant. "I need stability. I can't keep waiting for dreams to come true." It wasn't just about Michele's poverty but his unstable life. She had already fallen in love with another man, someone who could give her the life she wanted. Michele was shattered. She didn't just leave, she abandoned him when he needed her most. After the divorce, the emptiness was unbearable. The woman he had loved, the mother of his children, had walked away. Depression crept in like a shadow. Acting felt meaningless. Life felt meaningless. By 2019, he was at his lowest. With no money, no career, and no will to fight, he took a job as a gardener in a small Italian village with barely 1,000 inhabitants. His days were spent tending to plants, his hands covered in soil, his mind numb. He had given up on acting. He had given up on himself. But life is strange. Just when you think it's over, destiny places the right train in front of you. And if you're strong enough, you take it. One afternoon, his phone rang. It was his agent. "Michele, listen to me. A Polish film team has contacted me. They saw your picture on Facebook. They want you for a role." Michele laughed bitterly. "This must be a joke. I don't even have time to audition. I'm working as a gardener, not an actor." But it wasn't a joke. The team was serious. They were casting for 365 Days, a bold, intense film, and they wanted him as the lead. Michele hesitated. Could he still act? Did he still have it in him? But he had nothing left to lose. So, he took the risk. When he stepped in front of the camera, he poured all his pain, heartbreak, and suffering into the role. The intensity wasn't just acting, it was real. And the world felt it. In 2020, 365 Days was released, and overnight, Michele became an international sensation. Women across the globe were mesmerized by him. Directors who had once ignored him were now chasing after him. His music, which had gone unnoticed for years, climbed the charts. Suddenly, the man who had once struggled to buy a meal was walking red carpets, signing million-dollar contracts, and living a life he had only dreamed of. His net worth soared past $10 million. Then, as if fate had one last twist left, Ruba reached out. After all these years, after all the pain, after leaving him for another man, she wanted to come back. Maybe it was regret. Maybe it was seeing his success. But Michele? He didn't want her anymore. She had left him when he was nothing. Now that he was everything, he realized he had never needed her to become it. On February 8, 2020, he took to Instagram and shared his story with the world. "A year and a half ago, I was ready to give up. After my divorce, I was broke, hopeless, and depressed. I became a gardener in a tiny village. But life is unpredictable. When you hit rock bottom, destiny offers a way out. If you're strong, you take it." His post resonated with millions, inspiring those who had lost hope, proving that life could change in an instant. Some people are meant to leave so you can find yourself, he thought. And he had found himself. Through pain, through heartbreak, through the lowest moments of his life, he had emerged unbreakable. Michele Morrone took that train. And he never looked back. Always believe in yourself.